Ooh, garlic.
G'day guys, how you going today? It's a beautiful sunny day here in southern Tasmania, and today I just wanted to talk to you about my garlic here. So this garlic was planted back at the start of May. Perfect time for planting in the rain. Just how we garden in Tasmania. And we planted it by putting all our clothes in a diluted seaweed solution for 24 hours before we planted them out. It was 200 bulbs. I've harvested some, but there was 200 bulbs planted here. And then back at the start of spring, end of winter, we started to get the first signs of garlic rust. So this is what the garlic rust looks like. Usually starts off with small little brown dots, and then as it gets more advanced it goes orange and it can turn black if it gets really bad. So having garlic rust isn't necessarily a bad thing to worry about. We have had garlic rust in the past. Garlic rust usually comes about, it's a fungus, and it spreads rapidly in humid, low rain conditions. So when there's a lot of moisture around and you haven't had a lot of rain, it's usually a soil-borne fungus, and it will spread through the wind as well. So usually we don't worry about it. We just remove a couple of leaves and give it a liquid feed. However, this season the garlic rust has been very bad. So what I did is I removed some of the leaves and a couple of the bulbs to try and remove those plants, and I also made a lactobacillus bacteria. If you don't know what that is, check it out, Google it. It's a Korean natural farming method. So after I finished making the lactobacillus bacteria, I then added a bit of our organic fertilizer to make a fertilizer tea, and I diluted that and watered it onto the garlic for a few reasons. One, because it helps boost the plant, so it helps to fight any disease and helps to swell the cloves to make large bulbs, and it definitely has helped. It's prolonged it, it's slowed it down, but over time rust is going to get the plants over time. Even with a fungicide, it doesn't really get rid of rust, it just comes back, because we don't use any inorganic methods here, like copper fungicide and stuff like that. You're also killing a lot of other things that exist in the soil and on the leaves of the plants, so that's not a practice that we follow here. So if you've got garlic rust like I've got on these plants here, don't stress too much. Don't go buy a fungicide and try to kill it off. You will still get a garlic crop. It just will affect the yield of garlic crop, so it'll affect the size of the bulbs. It's unlikely, it can, but it's usually not a huge problem. So you'll still get garlic, and you'll be able to use that garlic from those bulbs that had garlic rust the following season. It usually doesn't infect the bulbs of the garlic. It's an environmental thing. Just remember not to plant the garlic in the same space, or anything in the allium family in the same space as where you had that garlic and that garlic rust. So with garlic, the thicker the stem, the larger the bulb. So you can see here in this video, most of the stems here are going to be medium to large size. There are a couple that aren't so big, like this one here. This one will be a smaller bulb, where the one next to it's going to be a medium, and the one next to that's going to be large, and the one next to that's going to be an extra large. There's a big one here.
Ooh, garlic.
Alright guys, if you've had garlic rust issues like me, hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to deal with garlic rust, and hopefully you didn't have it. Hopefully you didn't get garlic rust like I did this year. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Stick to the plant to try and help fight that. Hey fella.